Alrighty, hello and welcome everyone back to another edition of the Clubhouse. Thanks for joining us here on UNT Daily Radio. I'm your host, Jason Feltz. Real quick, we'll get around the Clubhouse, so quick shout out to the women's lacrosse team, starting off their season 2-0 with big wins over UTSA and St. Ed's, 17-1 over UTSA and 19-0 over St. Ed's down in San Antonio last weekend, so congrats to them. The fencing club is going to be offering candy roses on Valentine's Day in exchange for a few donations to help pay for travel and everything, so be looking out for them in the Library Mall. We'll have men's baseball starting with a 3-game series against Stephen F. Austin. They just had tryouts last weekend, so we wish them luck as they start up their season, as well as the men's lacrosse team starting up in Austin this weekend. Mean Green Rugby with a 48-21 win over Spring Hill in New Orleans, so congrats to them. And the men's hockey team, we mentioned them briefly last weekend. They swept TCU in their last series of the year. Scores of 5-1 and 6-5. They're going to play a rescheduled matchup against Dallas Baptist coming up on Thursday. And we have UNT Wrestling went up to Las Vegas for the Western Duels. Beat Fresno State and UCLA before turning around and losing to Fresno State in the consolation bracket to knock them out of the tournament. But a good showing from the wrestling team. And speaking of the wrestling team, we're going to welcome into the Clubhouse Troy Guter, the founder of the wrestling team back in 2012. So, Troy, welcome to the show. Thanks for joining us.
Thanks for inviting me. It's great to be here.
Yeah, absolutely. So talk a little bit about kind of what the process was of getting a club sport started here at North Texas.
Cool. So, yeah, it was a lengthy process. I would say it wasn't too difficult. It was just kind of long. They want you to become a actual club first, so
right,
just
sure.
within UNT organizations. And then once you get that club status, then you go over to the rec, and then you apply to actually be a sports club because over there on the recreation side, they actually provide you with the financial help that you need, and they'll help you, get a place to practice and everything. So
right.
In the beginning, I just had to find 10 bodies pretty much. They didn't have to be wrestlers, but anyone that had
Sure.
a student ID number that I can get on paper, and then
How many actual wrestlers did you find? People wanted to do it, or it's just like, yeah, man, I'll help you out?
Yeah. I started off with maybe about 4 wrestlers. I was just trolling around the gym. I'd see someone with like a wrestling t-shirt on or on campus somewhere, give them my number, and hopefully have them come out. Other than that, I just, got my closest friends to sign up for me. But after I got everything official, it was actually really easy to find wrestlers, put up flyers, and make posts on Facebook, and we ended up with a full team our first year.
Sure, nice, congrats. So, how do you feel seeing the wrestling team now? Obviously, taking trips out to Vegas and going up to Utah and stuff like that. So, I mean, that's your groundwork. How are you feeling now about this?
Oh, it's insane. I retired from the sport. I'm thinking about making a comeback, but it's
the illustrious comeback.
Yeah, it's great to see them being so successful, and I mean, especially with something you put your heart into, and just to see it take off and see other people take it on as their project is awesome. And I love seeing them win too. It's nothing better than winning trophies.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, perfect. Thank you so much, Troy Guter, Men's Wrestling. And thank you all for joining us here on NT Daily Radio. This has been another edition of The Clubhouse. Be sure to stay up with all things club sports at UNT Clubhouse on Twitter. And I've been Jason Feltz. We hope you have a great week.